Good morning, students. Myself Alok Kumar Misra, and I am going to discuss in front of you about the most important topic of the physics class 11, which is projectile motion. In part 1, I have just discussed about the equation of projectile, which is trajectory. I have proved that in that part 1. In part 2, we will prove that the some expression like time of flight, range, maximum height attained by the projectile. Okay, so first of all we need to know what is projectile again. In this also, projectile motion is the two-dimensional motion which is resultant of horizontal motion and vertical motion. Along horizontal motion, the velocity throughout the flight remains same, but along vertical motion, the acceleration due to gravity is constant and velocity changes from positions to position. So let us consider a particle which is projected with velocity u at an angle theta, making with horizontal axis. Again, it follow the path. The path followed by that is known as trajectory. As we know that already, trajectory which is parabolic path. Understand, students? Students, we need to break it at every point. Here this is again after p points becomes velocity v. So component of v along y is vy, along x is horizontal, that means is vx. At the top, when it reaches at some height, after that due to force of gravity, this motion occurs under the force of gravity. So that's why it after the sometimes it reaches at maximum height and then returns back. Supposing it reaches at maximum height h at position m, here m is written. Okay, now the velocity of component y becomes 0, but velocity of component x is equal to ux, because velocity along the horizontal axis, two-dimensional motion, always constant. So this here, this component is uy is equal to u sine theta, and here this component ux is equal to u cos theta, as we have studied in part 1 topic. So here we will write about that. So ux is equal to u cos theta, u is equal to initial velocity, uy is equal to u sine theta, already here written. This is equation 1. Okay, theta is equal to angle of projection, h is equal to maximum height, r is equal to range. So first of all we need to find three parts. First of all, time of flights, the time taken to reach at maximum height. This value projectile, as you know that the projected particle object. So it reaches at maximum height during that time. See here, after time t, it reaches at p positions. Now after that, so what we'll have to calculate? We have to first of all calculate about here maximum height, maximum height we have to calculate. Now how you can calculate? So maximum height, that means along x-axis and y-axis. Along x-axis is equal to horizontal distance, but along y-axis is equal to maximum height we can find. So we have to before. So now the formula is, we can use first of all along y-axis. Along y-axis, y is equal to u y t a. Here t is equal to time of ascent minus half g against the force of gravity and t a square. Okay, so y is what we have to y at maximum height. So y will be h, and what will be the time of ascending? Time of ascending we can find that again by the using the components along x-axis, the component along x-axis. So here we can see that, so x-axis is equal to, so now x is equal to, here you can write now distance, horizontal distance is equal to speed, velocity into time of flight. So total time you can find that. So time of flight. So here distance, horizontal distance, you say that range, and time of flight f. This is equation number 2. We have to calculate this now. So first of all, we are unable to put the value of time of ascending because it is difficult from this time of flight. So first of all, again we have to use the formula along y-axis. Which formula? V y is equal to u y minus g into ta. This can be applied to put that. So Vy is equal to here maximum, Vy becomes 0. So I have put here 0. Understand? So uy minus g t a. So g into ta is equal to uy. What is the value of that? So uy is equal to u sine theta. Now we can calculate. So ta is equal to, so ta is equal to, from this formula. So ta is equal to, now ta is equal to u sine theta by g. This is the time of equation number 3, time of ascending. Since ta is equal to, td, time of descending, which is same, u sine theta by g. So time of flight is equal to, tf is equal to, we can write, so time of flight is equal to the sum of the formula, the definition of time of flight, time taken by the projectile to remain in the air. Okay, so sum of time of ascent and time of descent, descending, that is descent, is called time of flight, is called time of flight, is called time of flight. Understand? Denoted by TF. So here TF is equal to TA plus TD. Both are equal. So u sine theta, time of ascending and time of descending, both becomes equal. Okay, so u sine theta by g. Now the value is equal to u sine theta by g. This is the time of flight. Understand? Equation number 4th. This is equation number 4th. So hence from equation 2, from equation, or as we know that, again we can write now. So y is equal to ui ta minus half g ta square. So y in place of y we have to put h. U, as we know that sine theta, t time of flight, u sine theta time of not flight, time of ascending here, not total time. So time of ascending, so minus 1 by 2 g, once again u square sine square theta by g square, 1g cancel. Now we can write here. So h is equal to u square sine square theta by g minus u square sine square theta by 2g. After solving, h is equal to, just take the LCM, 2g, 2u square sine square theta. The students, dear students, solve and get the answer. Okay, so how can you solve? Simple, very simple method it can be used. So h is equal to, just see that u square sine square theta upon 2g. This is the maximum height. This is the maximum height attained by the projectile. For maximum height, okay, so maximum, when will be it maximum? It will reach at the maximum height when sine theta is equal to 1. That means sine, the value of sine 90 is equal to 1. So theta is equal to 90 degree. Now put that, hence h max is equal to u square by 2g. This is the expression of maximum height attained. This is the expression of maximum height attained by the projectile. Okay, so now what will be the range? The point is, now we can again write the range. What will be the value of range? We can write. So range is equal to, again range, what will be the range? The maximum distance, horizontal distance covered by projectile is known as range. So range is equal to, denoted by the maximum, the horizontal distance, horizontal distance covered by projectile, is called range. So range is equal to, so distance, that is horizontal distance. Horizontal distance means what? Distance is equal to speed into time. So Vx into time of flight, total time of flight here you can write. So now put the value, u cos theta, the component of velocity along x-axis, by only this, and time of flight is equal to 2u sine theta by g. Okay, so what will we see? u square 2 sine theta into cos theta by g. So this is the range. This is the range. Okay, the formula, it's clear. 2 sine theta cos theta is equal to sine 2 theta. So sine 2 theta by g. This is the expression of the horizontal distance covered by the projectile called range. So R max is equal to, we can write also R max. So u square by g. So R max is equal to u square by g. Here sine 2 theta is equal to 1. That means sine 2 theta is equal to sine 90 degrees. So 2 theta is equal to 90, and that means theta is equal to 45 degree. If the body is projected into air at an angle 45 degree, then it will cover the maximum value horizontal distance. So these are the expressions of time of flight, horizontal distance, vertical heights, and time of flight also. So these are the most important topic of that projectile motion. Okay, I hope that this will help you to solve the various numericals related projectile motion, two-dimensional motion in a plane. Okay, thank you. Thank you.